everybody, what's up? Circus here, coming at you with how to play Amazons. If you watched our new player video, I talked about I was going to make a video to go along with it on how to play Amazons, and here it is. So we're going to talk about the deck, and then we're going to get into the ladder and play a little bit so you can see how the deck functions, okay? So we're just going to kind of go through the cards here in order, and we'll just talk about them and what they do in the deck. So the Amazon is Paladin. We got this with tickets, of course, and then this card gains 100 attack for each Amazoness monster you control. Including herself. So once you summon her, right away she'll go up to 1800 attack. Just a big beat stick, really. That's all she's there for. The princess, though, on the other hand, she is the whole, like, she's the key card in the deck besides the Onslaught, Amazoness Onslaught. So this is a great card right here. The first effect doesn't really come into play, which is this card's name becomes Amazoness Queen while on the field or in the graveyard. But after that, if this card is normal or special summoned, you can add one Amazoness spell or trap from your deck to your hand. So you're going to search, as soon as she's summoned, you're going to search out the Willpower or the Onslaught, usually the Onslaught, which is just great. Anytime you can search straight from the deck. You can only do this once per turn. When this card declares an attack, you can send one other card from your hand or field to the graveyard and special summon one Amazoness monster from your deck in defense position except the princess. So that's another great effect because you can summon straight from the deck. So this card is great, and that's why we're running 3 of them. Amazoness Swordswoman is a great card because her effect actually got her put on the semi-limited list. Your opponent takes all battle damage that you would have taken from a battle involving this card. So there's a lot of cheese plays you can make with that. Just a great card to have. A lot of people are afraid to attack into her because of it. Amazoness Sage is a great one at 1 of, because at the end of the damage step, if this card attacked and is still in the field, target one spell trap card your opponent controls and destroy that target. So that's great. So if she attacks in, she survives, you get to pop a card. That's great, right? I like it. All right, Amazoness Tiger, look at this. He's old. He's an old grizzled veteran, and you can see the scar over his eye right there. You can only control one Amazoness Tiger. This card gains 400 attack for each Amazoness monster you control. Your opponent cannot attack any face-up Amazoness monsters except this one, which is a great effect, which we're going to use a lot, okay? And then Baby Tiger, he's beautiful. He's adorable. Look at him. The baby Yoda of Duel Links. This card's name becomes Amazoness Tiger while on the field or in the graveyard. If an Amazoness monster is normal or special summoned to your field while this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can special summon this card, which is great. I'll explain that in a little bit here. You can only use this effect of Amazoness Baby Tiger once per turn, and he gains 100 attack for each Amazoness card in your graveyard. So his name becomes Amazoness Tiger when he's on the field. So right here, this says you can only control one Amazon Tiger. So that's why these 2 cards conflict. So you're not going to have them both out on the field at the same time. The Baby Tiger is great because let's say you have him in your hand, you summon the princess, you could then summon him out onto the field in defense position, and then you attack with the princess, and she has that effect where you can send off a card to summon one from your deck. You send the Baby Tiger to the grave, you summon out a card, and then you're good to go. All right, so it's really nice. And then let's say something, anytime like you summon out a monster, then if he's in your grave, you can bring him back out. So it's really, really good. So Baby Tiger is a great stall card. So all these Amazoness monsters that we talked about come from tickets, except the Baby Tiger, which we got from Valiant Souls, if you're following the new player guide. And then, let's see, Willpower we got from tickets, and this card is great because it summons Amazoness monster from your graveyard and special summons it in attack position. It can't change its battle position, so you can never put it in defense, and it must attack if able. Okay, so when this card is removed from the field, destroy that monster. When that monster is destroyed, destroy this card. All right, and then the other one we got that's important is Amazoness Onslaught. This was from the box Valiant Souls. This is the other most important card in the deck, and that's once per turn during the battle phase, you can special summon one Amazoness monster from your hand, and if you do, it gains 500 attack, which is awesome. After damage calculation, if your Amazoness monster battled an opponent's monster while this card is already face up on the field, you can banish that opponent's monster. That is amazing, and that's where this deck really shines. So you can crash into something and banish it. It's great. If this card in the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target one Amazoness monster in your graveyard and special summon it, which is kind of nice, but if you're losing your Onslaught, you're probably going to lose the game. So those were the core cards that I just went over here. Now, the other cards in the deck, like the Floodgate, you should have from your Dream Tickets. You should have a Wall of Disruption from your Dream Tickets, okay? The rest of them, like the Double Cyclone, that's just something I got while I was opening Valiant Souls. You may or may not have this. Just put anything you have in there. Same with the Blast with Chains. This is just something I got while opening the box. I believe this you get as a level up reward and it's tickets, so you can get that. And then same with Shield Spear. I believe this is part of the bingo event. So basically you're going to get the core cards with the tickets. You're going to get the Baby Tiger from Valiant Souls. You're going to get Amazon's Onslaught from Valiant Souls. And then the rest you just kind of fill in, okay? And then remember, fill in your extra deck no matter what. I'm not going to play any of these cards. But I want to make my opponent think that I am, okay? So instead of sitting here and talk about all the combos, which could just be confusing, we're just going to jump right into battle here. And we're gonna be in rookie rank 1. So we're starting right at the bottom. Oh, it's explaining us how the PvP arena works. Here we go. Let's get in there. Win, lose, or draw. I'll just explain the deck. Hopefully we don't lose at rookie rank 1, but you never know, do you? So, okay, now we're getting we just got played a really bad duel in the first one. There wasn't any cool plays, so here we go. This is our second game. We're getting in here. So we're at 20 cards. They're at 30 cards. Remember to keep your deck to 20 cards whenever possible. 30 cards just make it harder to draw into what you need. There are some exceptions, I know. The deck's playing 30 cards right now. But for the most part, 20 cards is where you want to be. So we have a pretty good opening hand. We have the Princess. We got Blast with Chain, which will give us a boost. And we got Amazon Swordswoman. So hopefully this this match will be one for the ages. All right, so we're gonna have to. We don't really have a choice right now. We're just gonna have to play through that back row, unfortunately. Well, we do have the Sage, so let's see what we can do here. We'll get the Princess, and she's gonna search out our Onslaught. So there we go. We grab the Onslaught. Now, we want to hide the Onslaught, right? Because that's our most important card. So we're going to put down the Blast with Chain first. We're going to put down the Willpower. And we're going to put down the Onslaught. And you're saying, why do you put it down last? Because typically people put down the card they need the most first. Because they're like, oh, this is important. So they put it down first. So usually the card that they want to use the most is this one in the first position. So that's what I'm thinking is this is his most important card. That's my guess. So our trap cards have to wait a turn before they're activated, so that's why I attack in, because when I attack in, I want to be able to banish. So he tribute summons into what he believes is going to be a giant spellcaster. I mean, it is. It is a giant spellcaster, and we're going to take some damage here. But we're also going to banish his monster. Oh my god, he's using Banner of Courage. Banner of Courage, folks. Oh dear god, he's going for the OTK. Let's see how much damage we're gonna take here. He's gonna cry when this happens. All right, so he's gonna attack in. He's 3,300. We're just gonna eat the damage. I'm okay with this because he's literally gonna cry. So I'm gonna turn my toggle to on here, and I'll show you how to turn that on in a second. Because right now he's declared battle, and that's the first step of the battle phase. He declares the battle, so we declared, and we can use the Onslaught right now, but we want to wait one more phase or step in the battle phase, and that is battle step, because there are certain cards that can be activated in attack declaration. So we've passed that point. So like Wall of Disruption is a card that can only be declared or used during attack declaration. Sphere Karibo. So we've moved past that. Now it's the battle step. Now this is the latest time I can activate this card, so I'm going to activate it now. And there. So he cannot redirect his attack. His attack is going through. It's asking me, do you want to use the effect right now? No, because it's going to I'm allowed to summon a monster, and then he can choose to not attack. Because if you summon another monster on the field, he can choose which one to attack or not attack at all. It is too late now. I'm going to say no. His attack is going through no matter what. I could use Blast with Chain to reduce some of the damage, but YOLO. YOLO. We're just going to take the 2100, and now it's going to ask us, do you want to activate the effect of Onslaught? We're going to say yes, because that's going to banish his card, and there you go. He's wondering what the hell just happened. He's like, what? You can tell by the delay here, he's reading cards and trying to figure out what happened. Now, what we can do right here, I'm just going to show you, is we can use the willpower. We're going to bring the princess back, and then she's going to get her effect again. Remember, when she's normal or special summon, she can draw a card from your deck. So we're going to get the, oh, we don't want to activate that. We want to get the willpower from our deck, and that thins the deck out. You know, less cards in the deck means it's thinner, and there's a saying in Duel Links that thinning is winning. All right. So already our back row is clogged. So here we go. So there's a bunch of stuff we can do here. We're just gonna attack in. We could let's see, what can we do? We can bring out the Sage, and then just say there we go. And then we can attack in with the Sage. This is all just stuff that you can normally do. I'm trying to cram it all into one video here, or into one duel. Attacks in, she survives. So now we can pop, let's say, the Banner of Courage. And then we can attack in with the princess. And because we're more than likely going to win here, I can say yes to her effect because she's attacking. So we can send a card off. We can send off the baby tiger if we want. But I'm going to send off the Sage. And I'll show you why. Because we're going to do that. I'm going to bring out the big tiger. It's going to come out in defense. Because that's a good defensive play. Because now our opponent has to attack into the tiger. And then the princess will finish her attack. And now I can activate the Amazon's Onslaught and bring out the Swordswoman, all right, and attack. And she's going to get a 500 attack bonus. So she's at 2,000. And then I'm going to show you right here. Remember we were talking about different times when you can activate cards? We're in the damage step now. So we've skipped attack declaration. We've skipped over the battle step. We're now into where they're calculating how much damage is going to be made. And certain cards can be activated there. And this one can, because it says your card can gain 500 attack. So we can activate this now. And there is no response to this at all. It's just going to boost the Amazon Swordswoman to 2,500 and bam. So there's a lot of cards in the game that can be activated in the damage step that are just great like that. Blast with Chain is not one of the great cards, but there are other cards that are great in the damage step like that. So that was actually a pretty good one that showed off some of the interactions. Maybe we'll get we'll try one more and maybe see if we get someone that makes me sweat a little bit. I doubt it when we're playing at this level because we can take a look at his deck. I'm sure it was like the first deck that I played against that was just okay. I think it really had no rhyme or reason. Let's take a look at him. So this guy, yeah, he's got his God cards in there. Just a mix of cards. This is not a focused deck, and this is what a lot of new people do because they don't know which way to go, right? So send him this video, get him into the system as we call it. And this guy, what's he doing? He's doing spellcasters? Yeah, all his favorite spellcasters. I mean, I get it. It's not going to work for you, you know, ultimately, because we're playing what's called an archetype. So all of our cards tend to work together a little bit more than just all spellcasters. You know what I mean? Yes, all of our cards are Amazons, but they have effects that help each other out. They synergize, whereas all of his spellcasters don't. They're just spellcasters. So this should be interesting. We might be playing against Cyber Dragons in rookie rank. And if we are, this is going to be hilarious because we're probably going to lose. We'll see. We'll see. He's going first. And he knows to play a 20-card deck. He's playing Cyber Dragon. No, what is it? Cyber Dragon Zui. Okay. So it's not maybe full power Cyber Dragons. We might stand a chance. So we're going to summon into this and see what happens. So we're going to bring out the Tiger. There is a delay. Okay, so now we actually have this little cheese combo here. So I'm gonna, and the Wall of Disruption. So I'm gonna put Blast with Chain, Double Cyclone, Wall of Disruption. And we're just gonna see what happens on his turn. We're just gonna pass, we're not gonna do anything. And his set card is activatable because you feel that pause in the play. That's a delay that tells us that his card is activatable. When you're playing like in a meta, like meta decks against other meta decks, like when you get further up the ranks, you can kind of start to guess what the cards will be. When you're at this level, everybody's just playing just a complete mishmash of things, so you just have no idea. So let's see here what he's going to do. There's a long delay. There is a long delay. And he brings out a second one. Okay. Is he going to attack in? He is. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to kind of flex on him here. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait to the damage step. He's declared battle. We could blank him out with the Wall of Disruption, but I want to show you the cheese play I was talking about. So we're going to say no to the Wall of Disruption. We'll save that for later. Okay, now we're in the damage step. So remember I talked about last battle? He cannot respond to this unless he's got another damage step card, which he might. So we're going to equip it to him. And he attacks in, and he loses his monster. So bam. So when we go into the end phase here, we're going to have a little fun. He's figuring out what happened. So in the end phase, it's like, do you want to activate your Double Cyclone? Because I can, because it's a quick play spell, which means I can activate it in a lot more on my opponent's turn, not just mine. So I'm going to activate my Double Cyclone. I'm going to pop my Blast with Chain, and then I'm going to take out his back row. And then since my Blast with Chain is going to be destroyed by card effect, I'm going to be able to just destroy one other card on the field. And we're going to take out his monster. And then we take out his monster, and we just cleared his board. There you go. All right, and now we draw into the princess. And we're going to say yes. We're going to grab the Onslaught. And then we're going to attack, put down the willpower. Wait, do we have a willpower? No, that's a wall of D. Okay, so willpower, Onslaught, and then we're going to attack in with the princess. We're going to say no because I don't want to send anything off. We're going to attack in with that. We're going to say no. And then we're just going to hit him with this. He's probably going to get Cyber Style off of this. That's okay. Because with this deck, we're just playing, you just got to go ham. You just, every turn, you got to YOLO at this level. Later on in the game, you got to worry about spells, or I'm sorry, skills and things like that. But right now, we're just going ham. You know what I mean? You just got to play through everything. So, all right. Let's see. I was wondering, is he gonna do we'll find out. Okay, long delay here. I wonder what he's trying to think of. Sets a monster. So if he attacks, he loses. Because what we're going to do is we're going to activate Wall of Disruption. He ends the turn. He chickens out, which I actually don't blame him. That was a very good move on his part. Okay, so we just got another willpower, so that's not a big deal. We're just going to banish both his monsters. We won't take any damage here. So what we're going to do is just, we're going to battle. And we won't take damage, so we're going to declare battle. Yeah, what we can do is we can send off the willpower in our hand because we don't need it. And then we can just summon out, something else. What do we need? What do we need? We don't really need anything. We can bring out the Amazon of Swords woman. There you go. And now it's the battle step, so I'm going to activate the Onslaught. Bam. Yes, the princess is going to go to the grave. No big deal. We attack him with this thing. Yes. And then we use the willpower. Bring back the princess. And then attack. No, we don't need to send anything off. There we go. That's game. Easy peasy. All right, we'll do one more. Maybe we can show off a few more plays. We'll take a look at his deck here. Ooh, we could get to that bronze rank. That'd be huge. Crowning achievement. But as you can see, once um if you're just playing a deck that's just somewhat coherent, you know, you're gonna do pretty well, especially in these lower levels, right? Let's see what he was playing. I don't know why he didn't do well. Oh, he doesn't have, he's only got the one core. That's why. That's his searcher. That's his starter. And he does have one overflow. He did have cyber style. He must not have had, I don't know. He must not have had anything that he needed. So he definitely could have beat us had he had the right cards. Or maybe he didn't know how to play them in what order. Maybe he needed to watch a video on how to play Cyber Dragons. All right. Is this going to be our big rank up match into bronze? It is double rank up match. 30 cards, Holy Guard, Fields of the Warriors, which is actually going to boost our monsters in the process. So look at this. We got the Princess. That's what we need. We already have the Onslaught, so we're just going to search another Willpower with the Princess effect. There you go. So we've gotten all the things that she can search out of the deck. So what we're going to do is we're going to put down the Willpower first, because if that gets hit, we don't care. Floodgate second, because that's a great card. But we still need the Onslaught's just way more important to this deck, okay? So there we go. And you can see the princess is boosted. She's actually the queen. Remember that first effect? She turns into the queen, or her name does. So that's her first effect. And then she's getting boosted by the Sogan, the field spell. All warrior type monsters boosted by 200 points, and she is a warrior. So there you go. All right. So there is a delay here. He's trying to decide which of those 5 cards he's going to beat us with in this double rank up match. Let's do this, he says. And he summons out, what is this? Battle and Boxer's Shadow. So he went into the new box. There you go. During your main phase, you can detach 1 Xyz material from Battle and Boxer. Xyz monster you control, and if you do, special summon this card from your hand. Yeah, let's floodgate it. Why not? So Floodgate Trap Hole is on Monster Summon, and it's going to flip it down. He cannot flip it back up. And he sets a card face down and ends his turn. So we're just going to leave that Onslaught face down because we don't want him to know where it is. Okay. Metal Morph. Woof. All right, we have a willpower already. So we're going to start getting what's called a little card advantage here. So we're going to set the Metal Morph. Now we're going to use the Princess effect when we attack in. Now remember, I can't remember what the defense was, but we won't take any damage here either way because we're using Holy Guard. So we're going to use the Princess effect to send off the willpower right here from our hand. And we're going to summon out the Tiger, okay? The Tiger is good because it's going to force your opponent to attack into it. So it comes out in defense. You're not going to take any damage unless they have a monster with piercing. So you won't take any damage. They have to attack the Tiger, which is great. So it's the battle step. So we're going to activate the Onslaught. And that flips over. Normally we would take 200 here, right? But we will take none. And then we're going to use the effect of Amazon's Onslaught and banish his monster. There you go. All right, now it's his turn. So this card, the Metal Morph will give the Tiger 300 attack and defense. So we can get up to 1800 defense, and we'll see what he brings out. And he just scoops. So right there, we just flexed like you wouldn't believe. Rank up match into bronze. There you go. All right. We'll do one more because I felt like that one was a little short. Didn't really get to do a whole lot with it. I just want to make sure you guys understand a lot of the plays here. I think I've gone over the major ones, but I just want to make sure that you guys, and if you have any questions, of course, get in our Discord and come and ask them. But I definitely want you guys to understand all the different plays that this deck can make, okay? I mean, there's a lot. I'm not going to be able to cover them all, but I feel like I've covered a lot of the different ways to play the deck. And remember, if you don't have this exact deck list, that's not a problem, okay? These are just cards that I pulled while trying to get Canada, and I got 0 Canada once again in a new player video. I've made, I don't know, 4 of them, 5 of them. I can't remember. We made the video a few times. I've never actually pulled a Canada, I don't think. So I have it in the past couple. All right, so we're playing against Ultimate Dragons. We're probably gonna lose this if he's got a good deck. This is gonna be a tough matchup for us. All right, so we're just gonna let's just set the 3. Blast with chain, blast with chain, onslaught, and then pass. That's all we can do. We'll see. We'll just see. We'll see what we can do. Because if he's got a good Blue Eyes deck, we're gonna lose. If he doesn't, okay. So I'm guessing that's his Whitestone, and we're gonna wreck him. We're gonna ruin his day. Okay. We'll see. Let's get a monster right here. Oh man. Okay. All right. How do we want to do this? I guess it doesn't matter the attack, so we can just bring her out, and then we'll attack in. Remember, set it to on. Declared battle. Nope. Battle step. Yes. Onslaught. Oh. Oh. Okay, we're going to banish it. I think he gets his effect anyways. Or no, that's when he goes to the grave. Okay, so we're okay. So he's not playing, I don't think, like a really good Blue Eyes deck. So as long as we can keep banishing his monsters a lot, I think he's playing more like a starter Blue Eyes deck. So a lot of his effects, I think, are on destruction. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, dear Lord. He's going ham. He's going ham, folks. He's going ham. What? What is this? Is it Dark Cavalry? Oh, dear Lord. Okay. Okay. All right. I was not expecting that. He's going into the battle phase. So does this target? Yes. So let's see if we can get him to discard some cards here. We're going to do this. Let's see if he responds. Because he can, when you target a card in the field, he can, negate it. So he's going to negate that, and he's going to discard a card. There you go. And then we're going to do the other one and see if he'll discard again. Because I don't think he's even really reading what these do. We'll see if he discards again. He does. So now he has nothing in his hand. We've just emptied out his hand. He's going to negate. He's going to crash. We take a little bit of damage, but guess what? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Get him out of here. He's wondering what the hell just happened. He's in full-on top deck mode. So are we. We're going to set this floodgate. Okay, so what we want to do is he's going to gain attack for each card in our graveyard. Amazon in our graveyard. We have 1. Okay, so he's going to gain some attack. How much is it? 100. But what we're going to do is we're going to go in the battle phase, and then we're going to summon him out using the Onslaught. And then he'll get Baby Tiger beat down. He'll get 500 there, and then 100 for the Paladin in the grave. And then there you go, 1100 with the Baby Tiger. Let's see what he gets. Because if he summons anything, we're just going to floodgate it. If we're nervous, if we're nervous, he's got nothing. We're going to Baby Tiger beat down. We need another monster to finish this game off. We got the willpower, so next turn. So we're just going to keep going with the Baby Tiger. Get in there, Baby Tiger. Yeah! I love Baby Tiger. Baby Tiger beat down for the win. And he's glossy, too. Look at him just shining there. Look how happy he is. Life hasn't gotten all rough for him yet. You know what I mean? He's not all grizzled like the adult tiger. All right. Wally D, lots of back row. Can't really use it right now. So we'll make him think he's living. So we'll go into the battle phase. There you go. And then we're going to say, surprise! Amazon is Paladin. And there you go. That's game. Baby Tiger beat down. We played through a Dark Cavalry. Double blast with chain for the win. There you go. So I think that's probably a good place to stop. We'll take a look at his deck too. So as you can see, just playing a deck that just has some kind of cohesiveness, some kind of synergy. I mean, these are easy games. And once you learn how to play a game, these are easy games. But starting out, you're just going to be doing so much better if your deck is cohesive and has synergy. And that's why we recommend this deck, because it's basically free. And it's a good way to start saving up for your staples. So make sure to get in there and do that. Because look, he already bought the Red Eyes Fusion structure deck. So there's 500 gems there. He got the Magician of Chaos structure decks. There's, I don't know, that might even be 1,000. I can't remember how much those cost, but he spent gems on structure decks. And ultimately these cards aren't, you're not going to end up playing them long term maybe, or oh, he's got, is this from the Blue Eyes one too? So he's got all kinds of structure decks in here. Yeah, there's just a lot of wasted gems, and that's why we're just saying, I mean, if you want to look at our deck, I mean, real quick again, I guess it's on screen already, but so I can view it. Most of this stuff is tickets. You know, this whole top row is tickets. This stuff is tickets. This is from the box, Valiant Souls. Oh, never take out the baby tiger. This is Valiant Souls. You know, the Floodgate was tickets. Wall of Disruption was tickets. Willpower's tickets. Metalmorph is, I think, is tickets, but I think I got it another way. Maybe Bingo. I got the Shield Spear as Bingo. Blast with Chain was Valiant Souls. Double Cyclone, Valiant Souls. And we didn't get any Canadians, which is what we're actually after. So remember that if you're watching this as a part of the new player video, we want you to get your staples. That's the most important part, right? 3 Canada, 3 Floodgate, Wall of Disruption, Cosmic Cyclone. These are all great cards that you want to get, okay? And this deck will help you get there without spending a lot of money or a gem, excuse me, gems on a deck. So there you go. I hope this was informative and it'll help you learn how to play the deck so you can get in there and start winning and start farming for your real deck. So I'm going to get out of here. You should get in our Discord because that's where we host all of our tournaments. We have a great new player channel where you can go in and ask for advice on how to play this wonderful Amazon deck. Or here, I've got the core. I don't know what else to put in it. Can you guys help me figure out with what I have, what to put in it, that kind of stuff. So make sure to get in there. Ask the NPC, the new player council, what to do. They'll be more than happy to help you. So I'm going to get out of here. I'm Circus, and I'll see you next time.